Welcome back, everybody, to the Laserdisc repair bench. On the bench for this video, we have the CLD-97 from Pioneer again. This is a second CLD-97. I'm actually doing a couple things differently with this one. We are going to walk through changing the laser and changing the spindle motor. As these things age, obviously this is going to become a more frequent issue, and hopefully you have some spare parts on hand for something like this. So I've already taken the liberty of taking the machine apart. I covered that in a separate video, how to take the boards out and kind of get access to the main internals. And so we're going to skip that for now, and we're just going to go from ejecting the tray and having direct access to the laser and to the spindle motor. So let's get started. Okay, with the unit open and the boards out to the sides, the next thing I would do normally is turn the machine on and eject the tray. In my case, my laser is actually crashing into the spindle motor when I turn this on. Different issue that I'm working on. And so to avoid doing that, I've turned it on ahead of time, ejected the tray, and then kind of pushed it back in, just so it would be easy to work and eject for me for the video. And so with that tray out of the way, we have access to the entire mechanism here. And so holding this down to the chassis are 3 screws. And there's one through here, one through this hole, and then one right here. And we'll go ahead and unscrew those 3. For these 2 screws up front, they're longer. You'll want to pull these completely out. Otherwise, when you go to pull the mechanism out, they will hang out of the bottom and cause that to hang up, and you won't be able to pull it out all the way. This last screw is shorter, and if the laser is in its home position, it will be forward of the screw and out of the way. This 3rd screw does not need to be pulled out in order to pull this out. The remainder of things that need to be removed are this circuit board here. It's got a 5-pin connector right there. As well as this blue connector. Also, this ribbon cable pulls straight out. Needs to be removed. On the CLD-97, the spindle motor has a cable that goes to a board. It goes to a board tucked underneath here, and the spindle motor plugs directly into that instead of into the power supply. For the next part, we'll go ahead and replace the spindle motor first. You need a 1.5 millimeter Allen key to remove the top of the spindle motor. And I'll show you why in a moment. Okay, with that loosened, to undo these 3 screws, and then the bottom of the spindle motor is allowed to drop out. And here's the top. With those out of the way, you can see this is hard molded plastic. There's no way to loosen anything up to scoot the spindle motor out. So the only way is to undo this to free these two apart. I don't currently have an extra spare spindle motor right now, and this is not needed for this case, but I did want to demonstrate it. So I'm actually going to take the same spindle motor and I'm going to feed it back up. Now, something to keep in mind. I've pushed this all the way up, but this cannot go all the way down on it because this has to fit inside this reader here. I believe this checks the RPM on the spindle motor to make sure it's spinning at the correct speed. So you need to do a maneuver where you put this in place, slide it into that notch, and then you push the rod of the spindle motor through here. And now they're secured together. After that, it's just a matter of getting your screw holes lined up. And it's important to anchor the spindle motor in first before you go securing the top. Because if you secure the top first, you could get some play in it before you truly lock this down. And I'm trying to get it into the camera. But what I aim for in this slot here that monitors the RPM, I try to get that right in the middle. That seems like a comfortable height. I don't have a lot of issues. Okay, that is the spindle motor replacement. The next thing we're going to talk about is replacing the laser. So, a few things that need to happen before the laser can be removed. There's some suggestions that you can wind the laser into the turn carriage here and execute a full turn like it's going to side B. And once you get it to come out on side B, then you just remove the top panel. I've had mixed results with that, so I'm going to show you a different way. I would start by removing this board. Just want to pull up with equal pressure. It's just 2 sets of pins. That fully exposes the ribbon cable clamp up here. No matter what, we have to release this to get the laser off. Okay. Okay. The next thing we're going to want to do is there are 1, 2, 3 screws. You're going to want to undo those. Then this whole thing comes off the back. And here's the laser. Slides out just like that. Get the new one, slide it in. Okay, so we're going to take the laser. I do actually have a different laser I'm putting in, but they all look the same, so big deal either way. So we're just going to kind of get it on here. Okay. We're just going to put this back in. This just stays on top of here. It's kind of like a cable retainer. Okay, we are fully swapped. 3 screws right there. And so all I need to do is reverse the process. I'll plug this in. I'll make sure to plug this into the board. And then there's a matching blue connector for this on the main logic board. And then I'll try to show when I reinstall this where this gets plugged in, because it's a little tricky unless you move a few more things out of the way. All right, we're back with the player, getting ready to reinstall the laser. And just to take it inside, it's this connector right here. That's what the spindle motor plugs into. Okay, there's a couple plastic standoffs, so we just want to make sure we get under these for the front screws. Okay, that wraps up putting this back together. Obviously, when you replace something major like a laser or a spindle motor, there could be calibration involved. So you'll have to reference the service manual for calibration techniques. But that's the basic rudimentary, physically how to remove those and replace them. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.